Welcome to Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel. This is the May 2020 channel update, and I'll start with farming this time around since that's where the activity has been, and that spring planning is complete. Yeah, we are still working on firewood yet. That's why I came down here. Yeah, as you can see, there's still a little more progress going on yet. We got started on an empty row here. And we need, this row to be full, and then we have to lay one more row of pallets down and fill it, and before we get to where we're looking to be. And then get my brother over here and help with some of this. We do sell this firewood, and we're splitting it up, so yeah, we do certainly have more than we did at this time last year, but still got a little bit more to go in order to get to where we should be with that. Yeah, I mean, my brother has been helping, I should say, and my dad when he can, but sometimes my brother tries to push things off on me, and that isn't necessarily the fair thing to do. but yeah, we got a little bit more firewood to go before we get to where we should be. But yeah, this grain drill what ended up happening, and I highlighted in one of the 4 videos, that this contraption here somehow broke off, and so in this deal here helps put pressure on all these springs, to help to push the disc down far enough to get the depth that it should be. So so now that's fixed up and ready for its next use. And now the 8640 4-wheel drive, like I said in the video that I made on this cultivating, the hydraulics do not work, and the reason for that is because this middle shaft here is what turns the hydraulic pump, and right now that shaft does not turn when the tractor runs, and that's why the hydraulics don't work. And my best guess is that this tractor will have to make a visit to the dealership to get fixed, because I know that's certainly not something that we could fix ourselves. And then, yeah, can't really show this very good, but Yeah, see that middle fuel line right there? That also had rubber, rubbed through it and caused a leak. So then we had trouble getting this tractor to start, and we patched it up the best we could. But we probably should still look at replacing that line. Now that we don't need it for a while. But yeah, it was one of those slow and steady type things. And we were able to start it, but we had to prime the pump every time, and because it kept losing the prime, and which definitely should not happen, even on an older tractor like that. And then this planter here did not leak hydraulic oil, but for some reason we could not get it to let what's called the marker wing down, because we still had the same thing as before, where every time we tried to do it, it tried to fold the planter back together into transport mode rather than leaving it in field mode and flipping that marker down. And this planter here, the soybean planter, that shaft held up for the first farm we used it on, and most of the second one. And then, as you can see here, the stupid thing broke again before we could finish the second farm. So with that, I guess you just can't trust welding on that. So we'll have to get a new shaft for that. It's like a $250 shaft, I think it is, but at this point it's still cheaper to spend $250 or so on a shaft rather than replacing the whole planter. Which probably will still happen at some point, but with commodity prices the way they are, you want to cut down on costs whenever you can. So at this point, it's better to spend the $250 or whatever on the shaft so we can keep using this planter. And Dad and my brother are working on a project right now, so that's why you hear the side by side in the background. Now this manure spreader, I don't know how this happened, but somehow part of this beam or whatever you call it broke away, and so So I see it's just hanging there like that. And then from what I could see, it seems to help a little bit to hold this push platform up and keep it a little more stable. So yeah, I mean, we've had a couple little strips of metal or come off on this thing, but they weren't as critical as it is in this one. So yeah, we got a little work on the manure spreader that should get done before it gets used again. And there too, that'll be a while because everything's planted now. And what this disc is doing up here is because the farm that I planted the wheat at, there were some low areas there that we couldn't get into at the time, and then the landlord there would like to see as many of those areas black as possible, and then we can plow that up. You know, once I harvest the wheat off of the rest of it at minimum. You know, we'll allow it to dry out, or we can work the whole thing and not drive around those low places all the time. And this tractor here had a leaky tire that we just got fixed. I had 3 different times this spring that this tire was, you know, squatting, I like to say, and it was either low or flat, so it was something going on where it lost air a lot faster than it should have. So got that in there. That tractor should be good to go for the hay season. And then, speaking of hay season now, the next set of videos that'll be coming will be greasing videos again, getting the haying equipment ready. And, I also recorded another farming related video prior to starting this one, but more than likely I'll post that one in between a couple of greasing videos. But as far as motorsports go, I'm not 100% sure, you know, everything's been getting canceled so far because of this virus thing. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's not quite as serious as, you know, news media and all of them are trying to make it look. But, I mean, should we be concerned? Yes, but I'm really not sold on the whole idea that's as serious as they're making it look, though. So yeah, there's already a tractor pull event in the month of June that got canceled nearly a month ago. That was one of the ones that I went to last year and filmed it for you guys to watch. And then there's one at the end of this month and one towards the middle of June that, from what I've seen so far, they're still going to try to put them on, but the one in May, I guess I wouldn't be surprised the way things are, the way everyone's acting and whatnot, if they don't just cancel that one. And then there's another one in June that I actually went to last year that I haven't had a chance yet to look that one up and see if it's gonna go on or not. Yeah, the one in June that I found is not one that I went to last year, but I might be able to this year. I'll definitely try, you know, especially if that one goes on and there's nothing before that. It'd be nice to get up there and start filming some tractor pulling and stuff for you guys to watch. And here's another thing that we like to see. The hay that I seeded last spring is coming. Yeah, we've had a little too much cool weather so far this year to really get that going. But yeah, it is coming. And the hayfield that I'm walking on now is the same one that I had last year. And I made a few videos on. I'm putting it up, but yeah, with the new fields come along, pretty sure that this will be the last season for this field here. And as you can probably tell, there's a lot of dandelions coming in here, and generally when you see dandelions, then you know that the stand is starting to thin out. Yeah, but generally speaking, you'll see dandelions in the first crop, but you won't see them the rest of the year. And I should have mentioned this while I was by the corn planter, but the reason that I couldn't go live while I was doing that is because, you know, the tractor that I plant with is supposed to have a way to where you can lock the hydraulic control into position in order to where it just keeps going. And then if that would have been the case, then I could have live streamed from inside the tractor while I planted this corn out here. But it only stayed on for 5 seconds at the most, I like to say. And then it stopped moving, and it didn't stay on anymore, I'll put it that way. And we need one of the hydraulic controls to run the vacuum on that planter. Because on that one, what the vacuum will do is draw the seed into the disc, and then the disc will spin around with everything else and drop it down through the tube and into the area that the disc openers create. But yeah, this is where the corn got planted. The same day that I finished seeding the wheat. And it looks like it might be starting to come up. But I just saw this walking here. I'll try to dig down a little bit and see if there's a seed attached to it or not. And there you guys can, I did see a seed. There, now the camera's picking it up. So yeah, that is a corn plant there that we're seeing here. And that's what we want to be seeing is cover it back up, and then that can keep growing. So yeah, that's the only one I see. Here's another one coming right here. So yeah, the corn's actually starting to come. That's good. Yeah, by the time I do the June update video, it should see rows of green corn plants out here, and not so much black dirt. And the wheat is also out of the ground. Now the camera's picking that up off my phone. Yeah, I just noticed that 4 days ago when I walked around out there, and I was noticed that the wheat had come up. Or at least everything that I was able to seed before I got rained out had been out of the ground at that point. And with my corn coming out of the ground, I would think that the rest would germinate by now too. And that was seeded, you know, after that rainstorm. So that would have been 10 days ago now. You know, I finished seeding the wheat, and I came out here that night and planted the corn. And then basically this past week I planted all the soybeans. So now everything's planted. So that's pretty much all I have for you this time around. One little side note, I have surpassed 2,000 subscribers and I got monetized, which is a good thing to see as well. But as far as farming and motorsports, that's about all I have here right now. There will be farming content coming up as I reach the different pieces of haying equipment, getting ready for the season. And as far as any tractor pulls or races, you know, if I know of something that's for sure going on and I'm able to get to it, then I'll take the camera along and film it for you guys to watch from home. Yeah, here too, it's starting to green up out here, the hay that I seeded last spring. So with that, I thank you guys for watching my videos. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one of me bringing you up to speed of what else going on here. Be sure to click on the like button and be sure to click on the subscribe button. And then once you're subscribed, then be sure to click on the bell, and then you'll get notified whenever a new video gets posted to the channel. Be sure to follow Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel as well. And being I mentioned live stream a little bit earlier in the video, I can post now, you know, when I decide to do them. So watch for that too. If I do go live, I'll be able to put a post out and let you guys know. So then, with all that being said, I'll catch you guys later.